Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, well, it is about that time. It seems that the developers are awake and we got our, I guess you could say this is kind of like the next piece of developer notice. Oh god, oh, hey, it's time. Well, not yet. Question is, when are we going to get this funeral? That's what I want to know. Anyway, as I'm progressing through story, let's look at on what is being shown. Now, I initially saw this when they tweeted out. Literally the minute they tweeted out, I was reading through all of this. I was like, oh, okay, this looks good. So, first of all, as the development team has reached Season 10 of Black Clover Mobile, we have recognized that the current situation is that the mages are not fully satisfied. Yeah, so there we go. The developers have been keeping an eye out, seeing what people have been saying, reading what the community has been mentioning about the game itself, how the game is, you know, from what people have been said, it feels stale, there's things they can do to improve on. I've been preaching about PvP, but yeah, look, Black Clover Mobile, there's a lot of potential behind it, and with the way things were going, it just kind of felt like that the developers really, I mean, a part of me knows that they care about the game, but they weren't kind of really communicating it, and here we are, thank the Lord. So let's take a look at the pinpoints on, because I mean they went through each stages, so let's see what they're kind of giving us information on. So the joy of growth. First of all, no matter how much you acquire mages through the gacha or equipment through dungeons, there is no clear feedback on your growth, and I am aware that there is a lack of fun in your growth. Yeah, true. However, the growth balance requires variety of growth-related content, such as mages, equipment, accessories, and goods to work on organically. And it takes a long time to develop and verify. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the guide is there, although there are that pay-to-win-ness. In response, the development team has continued to make partial improvements to each content. Yeah, I mean, yeah, with the recent update that we just had, I'll give them that. They actually have. First, we will improve the content related to equipment growth by greatly increasing the probability of acquiring LO equipment through the synthesis, adding equipment transcendence and advanced equipment dungeons, and adding new accessory synthesis and production. Okay, I was really hoping for the LR rates to go up. Anyway, it's fine. We have improved it so that you can easily obtain stronger accessories by using equipment and accessories that you don't have time to use without spending stamina and time. Okay, that's cool. I mean, yeah. Regarding the growth of acquired mages, I cannot explain them in detail and in this developer note, but we are currently making adjustments together in the process of reviewing the content balance. We will do our best to ensure that everyone can enjoy growing their mage while conducting through internal verification to prevent problems as much as possible. Okay, now, I mean, that will be interesting on how they go about working on the mage's growth. Free to play pieces? I'm joking, I don't know. Alright, cool, so they're going to be looking at, I mean, to be fair, for me personally, especially with the current update, yeah, I mean, this is all kind of fine for me personally. I'm really not finding the growth that much of an issue. With the LR equipment, I mean, yeah, with the LR probability, when it comes to feeding in the SSRs, I've got like a 95% chance to create an LR gear. I will say, when it comes to the LR gear, it is a low probability to get the gold set, so I feel like that's something that they can work on. But I mean, yeah, I mean, that's not too bad. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to complain if they want to make it a little bit more easier on our hand, you know, we'll take it. PvE content. Now, we spoke about this, boys. Let's see. Now let's talk about PvE content. We are all aware of many opinions we have received, such as the need of new PvE content that can be enjoyed through various channels and the lack of content that invokes a sense of challenge. Yes and yes. I think this is the part where it is. We are prioritizing and closely examining whether the content related to the nights and limited time challenges that are currently in progress are working meaningfully, and we are working on balance so that you can feel the fun out of growth and challenges through PvE content. We are proceeding more carefully. I'm just going to put it out there. This, the 5 boss stages, I like this. I want more of this. This right here, the special mode, I enjoyed this. Like, the fights themselves were challenging, and the rewards themselves are really good. Oh, god damn it, I forgot to do this. I need to take 2 green tapping, I think. Whatever, I'll do that in a second. But this mode right here, it's tough, it's difficult, it's making you utilize many different characters, not just like the main broken characters. You can mix and match multiple characters too to make it work. I want something like this. And then, like, over time they'll add on like an extra 5 stages and another extra 5 stages. And then I don't know. I feel like this is something that I'm more a fan of. But anyway, PvE content, yes please. In particular, in the Knights competition, which is currently temporarily suspended, we recognise that we recognise that goods such as stamina are not being used within the normal range, and it is no longer possible to enjoy the content itself. We are making improvements to so that each Toast can earn contribution points based on their level and growth and playstyle. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of the Knights competition. I barely play it. Well, I played it this time around, but yeah. In order for many mages to enjoy the game without stress, we are developing the game in a way that will not waste stamina unnecessarily or force players to play it in ways they are not good at. In addition to the existing subjugation boss, world bosses, night boss battles, and limited time challenges, we're also developing a new PvE content that you can enjoy at any time. Yes! This is nothing which I was freaking talking about. Like, it's so limited, like you really can't do much. So that's huge. Through this we plan to enhance the content, and that can be enjoyed over the long term, but we hope you understand that it has taken a long time to develop so that we can present you with fun and rewarding content. We will proceed with the development so that we can inform you on the specific content and schedule as soon as possible. I mean, perfect with what they've told us. They're adding a PvE content that we can play for long term wise. They're looking at the current PvE content, improving it. That's all I needed to hear. So I'm happy with that, because I know when it comes to like PvE and PvP, you know, people do favor PvE over PvP. So yeah, no, this is great to hear. Keep in mind, we're like 3 months off from the anniversary, 2 months off from the anniversary, so I guess we know what's going to be cooking up on the anniversary time. PvP content. We would like to establish PvP content as the core competitive content of Black Ops. I knew it. I called it. I was like, you know what? I reckon PvP is going to be their bread and butter. And they've just confirmed it. There we go. Where you can create parties with various combinations of mages and maximize the fun of strategic battles. We are continuing to optimize arena related content. We are currently operating the beta version while optimizing the real-time arena pick and ban mode, etc. We will introduce a matching system and prepare as soon as possible to implement it as a highly complete official PvP content where you can compete against each other. This just confirms anniversary, full-on PvP gets released, and that will also then carry over to global. So basically, what they're doing is they're testing out real-time PvP in many different ways, and then eventually it will come over to the official compete against each other. Once that whole package is done, then global is going to get that full package. That just kind of solidifies that, and again, anniversary time they will probably drop that because that is huge. So cool. Improvised convenience, what is this? Usability improvements have been steadily progressing since we talked about them in the developer note back in December 23. We are currently working on improvements to make the gameplay more comfortable, such as the inconvenience of the amount of items that can be registered at once for the equipment development and assembly, the hassle of searching and batch application of the I won't look at this today feature. Another thing we're considering is removing story tickets. Initially, story tickets were planned to allow players to progress through story quests and enjoy the story naturally in accordance with the chapter update cycle. But this setting may actually be hindering the story enjoyment. I'm considering deleting the story ticket. Currently, we are planning to develop and introduce a separate ticket that can be used for the regular challenge, being the Corridor of Memories, which is a content that consumes story tickets. We have made improvements to ensure that there is no inconvenience in viewing the chapters, and also to avoid inconvenience to the mages who used up the existing story tickets. We will provide details in a separate notice at a later date. Oh, wait, okay, so the story tickets are still going to be there, but they're just making a separate ticket so that we can use it for the Corridor of Memory. So there's going to be 2 sets of tickets. Unless they're completely doing what the Global's doing, where it's just stamina. Right? I assume that could be it. Question is, are they going to take away the crystals? Oh god, I don't know how that's going to go down with JP and KL players, causing a bit of an uproar. Finally, we apologize for the inconvenience that we have not been able to provide any new information since the December developer note. In order to maintain a stable service over the long term and create a game that can provide new enjoyment, many improvements and new content development are necessary, and through internal discussions with the original author, we are deciding the direction of a future content update. We were able to establish standards fall under the new development structure. We We will make a fundamental structure improvements for the perspective of providing long-term service rather than temporary fixes. We will listen to the opinions of all majors and do our best to create a game that conveys the true joy of the game. Although there are many things that are lacking, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to the many majors who have been playing the Black Clover mobile to date. Currently, the Black Clover development team is concentrating all its efforts on completely new content, events and play experience in preparation for the first anniversary update. Let's go! We will do our best to provide you with many new information regarding this as soon as possible. Exciting times, boys. This is the first time they've mentioned the anniversary. They know about it, it's happening. It seems that they have got big plans lined up. This is what Black Clover Mobile needs. I was saying to myself, I wasn't going to make a video about this. I just asked myself, okay, I might sound crazy, but you know, I asked myself the question, Shiny, how long do you think Black Clover has left with the state that it's at right now? I genuinely said 2 to 3 years. I feel like some people might say, yeah, maybe a little bit more, and that's kind of respectable, but okay, maybe pushing it to 4 years. But it was hard to see the longevity of this game. But for them to acknowledge us, the player base, and that, you know, our discomfort for this game with where it's at right now and that it needs improvements, and then for them to give us this type of communication, perfect. This is exactly what we needed. It gives us hope. The fact that they've acknowledged the first year anniversary, this now gives us an idea of a first year anniversary update that is going to be huge. With what they've got planned, with what they're actually adding in, with what they're looking into. So overall, I look forward to the future. I look forward to the first year anniversary. I look forward to the future updates that they have. And I kind of want to know what they've got in plan for us, knowing that they've kind of got, yeah, the fact that they've been in discussion with the original author. The one thing which I was thinking, I was like, what if they go down that route of doing like original story? Well, not original story, but like what's the terminology? Like something like for the game itself, like something unique for the game, story-wise, character-wise. You know, that could be something. But ultimately, collaborations. Look, I made my collaboration video. I'm waiting on the first collaboration. What's the collaboration gonna be? Come on. Who's the collaboration gonna be with? Anyway, I'll leave it there. That's all I really want to kind of talk about and inform you guys on. Let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think? Because I know when it comes to Black Clover, I know some people have stopped logging in or stopped playing it or not playing it as much and considering dropping it. How are we looking? I feel like first year anniversary, a lot of people are coming back. A lot of people are coming back. Anyway, alright boys, well I'll leave it there. That's everything we've got right now for Black Clover when it comes to the future of it.